There's a lot of men today who have just kind of given up on, dating in America or just trying to find the right lady to possibly form a family with because they feel, that the current trend of being extremely materialistic is just an ugly thing. Case in point, I want you to check out, what this sister says, and let's kind of follow up on that.
I'm concerned for our men. I hate to say it. I thought I'd never be the one, but since when did money become the standard for picking a man? All I see on social media is my man better be buying me this. He better be buying me that. He better be paying for this. He better be paying for that. Since when did his character and how he treats you not become the top priority? I am a girl's girl to my core, but we have to do better if we want quality men. Good men are out here giving up on love and deciding to be single and not take relationships seriously because of fear of not being able to live up to a woman's financial standards. I truly think us women have gotten ahead of ourselves, thinking that men are supposed to pay all of our bills, take care of us, buy us Van Cleef bracelets and Chanel bags. Just puts a burst in a bubble on the good man because he's like, all right, well, I can't afford to buy my woman Chanel and take her to Turks and Caicos every other month and do all this other stuff for her. I'm a normal guy, and so I guess I need to be single because these women out here they're not looking for what I'm trying to give, which is true love and an honest living. And I just think that women have to change their thought process. It's not about what a man can do for you, but it's about who is that man to you. Is he a good man? Does he treat you good? And if he treats you good, then all of those things will come. But why is money the first thing that we're looking at and then everything else comes after? It's just not going to turn out.
Being materialistic is an extremely ugly thing. And the interesting part about those who are materialistic is that most of them, just got to be honest, they're broke. They're broke and they're broke in too at the same time. They broke financially and they're broke in mentally because you're sitting up here trying to put an undue burden on a man and you didn't put that undue burden on yourself. I mean, if you want all that, then go buy that stuff yourself. Go get you a job. Go to school, do whatever, buy it yourself. A man isn't supposed to be taking care of you like he's your daddy. I'm sorry. No, y'all supposed to be building a life together and y'all help each other. He help you, you help him. It's called a partnership. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of men have gotten so frustrated and just threw their hands up and saying, man, I'm cool. I'll be by myself. I am not going to have them run my pockets. And then they run your pockets and still go lay up with a dude somewhere who don't even give them a dime. How many times does that happen to men? That's happened to men a lot in society. So men are saying today, look, I'm not going to be paying for no nails. I'm cool. I'm not going to be paying for no hair. I'm cool. I'm not going to have no ungrateful woman because a lot of them are ungrateful. You don't know what you give them. They don't, they look down on it. Telling them, what I'm saying? That's why the soft guy era popped up and why the guys took every talking point they had and flipped it on his head. And now they're getting so angry and so upset. Well, when you hear these guys, doing drizzle, right? When you hear these guys doing that, they're only taking your words. They're only saying what you said. So why are you angry about it? You should be supportive of any man that talks that way. You should be supportive because that's what you said. You said that, hey, you should, if you see me in the store, you should just send me a cash app just because I'm in there. Or if you should be sending a man money for his haircut since he got to get his haircut once a week, right? But all of a sudden now the men are sassy. All of a sudden now it's a problem. So some men just say, I'm just cool, man. I'm cool. Or some men have decided to, I'm going to go overseas and see what they got over there because I know, hey, it's a different lifestyle. It's not as maybe materialistic. And you can find materialistic women all over the world. Don't get me wrong. You got that everywhere. But in the Western world right now it's on steroids and it's extremely ugly, especially coming from our community, the black community. How is it that you so doggone materialistic and we know good and well you didn't grow up that way? I know how the majority of black people grown up. Now, even black people have done good for themselves. They still didn't grow up like this attitude today about give me money, give me this, pay for that, pay for that. And then, when you reward lazy, because that's really what it is, it's laziness. When you reward lazy, then what you think you'll get in return? You always gonna have to keep giving because they're lazy. Go get it yourself. I would never tell my daughters, and I have daughters, I would never tell them just not to do anything, just to depend on, their boyfriend or husband for something. I'm not, but when you get a husband, then y'all work together as a partnership. Okay, fine. Now, if y'all talk together and y'all have children and he like, hey, I like, if you can, I'd like you to stay home. I'll pay for the bills. Okay, that's the decision they made, whatever, right? They in a marriage at that point. But for you to run around here having men saying, I'm cool, I'm checking out the process. And there's a lot of men that feel that way, actually. They are so sick and tired of y'all. They so sick and tired of a lot of you that you sitting up here just got your hand out all the time. I think that Cheesecake Factory thing, and then some people say, oh, well, that was a skit. It don't matter if it's a skit or not. Men have heard that sort of thing. You don't go to certain restaurants. Wait a minute, you're being treated out. And the Cheesecake Factory or any place you treat me out at, I'm like, man, I'm happy. I don't care. You treat me to a diner for breakfast. I am cool. Man, some diners got some of the best food ever for breakfast. But you see somebody ungrateful, fellas, it's like, okay, cool. And just walk off. I'm not saying all women are that way. I would never say all women are that way in the United States. No, they're not. But when you run into one that's materialistic, man, just walk away. She always got a hand out. She always asking you, oh, she's expecting you. Oh, no. The best women in the world never ask you for anything and never expect you to do anything. That's the best women in the world to be with. And that's what men kind of want, is those kind of women. See, those women can get the world out of a man. But the other ones, and usually they never end up with nobody anyway. And if a dude's silly enough to deal with them, he's not going to deal with them long. Because no man like a freaking materialistic gold digger.